My college roommate stole almost $4,000 from me before I realized I was never supposed to be paying him anything. I transferred halfway through sophomore year and found a cheap room through another student online. He acted helpful from the start. He sent me photos, answered every question, and said the landlord preferred one person collecting rent every month. It sounded normal. I moved in exhausted after an 8-hour drive with boxes everywhere and barely checked anything. Every month I sent him $900 through a payment app. He always replied with a thumbs up. After a while I noticed something weird. Maintenance requests took forever. The washing machine stayed broken for weeks. He kept blaming the landlord for ignoring messages. I believed him because college landlords usually have terrible reputations. Then one afternoon I came home early after class got canceled. A woman I'd never seen before was unlocking the front door. I honestly thought she was at the wrong apartment. She introduced herself as the property manager. I casually mentioned the broken washer and joked that maybe my roommate forgot to tell the landlord again. She looked completely confused. She told me every maintenance request had been completed within 2 days all semester. Then she asked who I was. That question made my stomach drop. I explained I rented the spare bedroom from my roommate. She frowned and said he wasn't allowed to sublease anything without written approval. I showed her months of payment receipts. She stared at my phone for almost a minute. Then she quietly asked why I was sending money to him instead of the leasing office. I said because that's how rent worked here. She shook her head immediately. Every tenant paid the office directly through the online portal. Nobody had ever received my payments. I felt sick. I called my roommate right there. He didn't answer. 5 minutes later, he texted asking why I was talking to management. His next messages came fast. He begged me not to say anything. He promised he could explain everything. Nothing made sense anymore. The property manager opened the lease file. My roommate was the only person officially living there. He had been paying just $600 each month because the apartment qualified for an older discounted student housing agreement. I had been giving him $900 every month. He was pocketing $300 monthly while I unknowingly covered his entire rent too. When he finally came home, he immediately started crying. He admitted he lost most of his savings gambling on sports during freshman year. He panicked and listed the extra room online hoping to recover financially before anyone noticed. Then he realized I trusted him completely and kept the scam going because it was working. He swore he planned to repay everything after graduation. I didn't yell. I simply forwarded every payment receipt and every text message to the property manager and campus housing office. They terminated his lease for violating the agreement. Small claims court ordered him to repay every dollar over several months. He had to move back home, lost his campus job because of the fraud investigation, and spent his senior year commuting 3 hours every day. I recovered most of my money, but trusting people became much harder after that. Sometimes I still wonder if reporting him ruined his future or if he ruined it himself.